Hi everyone, welcome back to Risa Does Makeup. If this is your first time visiting my channel, my name is Risa and I put out videos pertaining to beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. I've been a makeup artist. Well, I consider myself sort of retired now, but I was a makeup artist for over 20 years, beginning my career with Laura Mercier in 1996. I've worked with countless brands over the past 20 some years. I've worked with countless brushes. I own hundreds, I would say, hundreds of brushes, which I know sounds like overkill, but brushes last a really, really long time, thankfully, if you buy good quality brushes and if you take care of them. One of my first jobs in makeup was with the brand Trish McAvoy, and she was really, really known for her brushes. They were super, super expensive, but truthfully, they lasted forever. And good brushes really do make a difference in how your eye makeup is going to turn out, if it's going to look sloppy or if it's going to look well blended and professional, which is what we all want, right? I did film a video on this exact topic a couple of years ago, but I've tried some new brushes in the meantime, and a lot of you have been asking for an update, so that's what I'm going to be doing for you today. I'm going to be showing you my must-have eyeshadow brushes. Out of all that I own, these are the ones that I reach for constantly to do my eye makeup. Not only am I going to be showing and talking about my personal favorite brushes, but I'm also going to be showing you some other options in different price points. I'm also going to be doing a demonstration of how I use each brush in a quick tutorial for this eye look right here. And I'm going to be using my new favorite eyeshadow palette from Sydney Grace. This is the Light Enduring Love palette. There is also a medium palette. The company did send me this product. However, this video is not sponsored. They have no idea I'm doing this. I've just posted a similar look to this one on my Instagram recently. Actually, I had this look on in a recent Instagram story, and I received a lot of messages asking me for a tutorial using the palette. So I figured I would kill two birds with one stone and do the tutorial, brush demo, talk about my favorite brushes all at the same time. So my first two favorite brushes are from BK Beauty. This is a brush brand that was started by a fellow YouTuber, Lisa J Makeup. And I'm gonna be honest with you, when she first said that she was going to be starting a brush line, my first thought was, oh wow, I feel like brushes is such a saturated market. Just thousands of different brushes to choose from already, and what's gonna make hers that different? And I know for a fact she worked really, really hard on these brushes. She wanted to make hers 100% cruelty-free with vegan fibers that are more uniform, so they're less prone to breakage. They are super, super soft. And I have to say that's my favorite thing about these brushes, is that they are so incredibly soft, and she put so much thought into the size and shape of each brush, into the handles. I mean, I've said this in the past, but she really, really knocked it out of the park with these brushes. And I think that the price point is pretty consistent with other higher end, really good quality brushes. And again, not sponsored, although I do have a discount code that I will put in the description, so you can save a little bit of money on the brushes. But let's talk about the two that are my most favorite. And those are the 201 and the 202. I use the bigger brush, the 201, to softly apply my crease color or my transition shade. Here I'm using a mixture of Juliet and Victoria from the Enduring Love palette, and I'm blending that back and forth through my crease. And especially for hooded eyes, this is such a great brush because it really diffuses the color, and you're able to lift the shadow higher than where non-hooded eyed people go. Non-hooded eye people, they can go a little bit lower, but those of us with hooded eyes, we need to bring the shadow up higher so that you can see it. You can see that transition when our eyes are open, and this is the perfect brush for that. Next, I go in with the slightly smaller and more tapered 202 brush, and here I'm using the shade Passion, and I'm just darkening up the crease. As you can see here, I'm making little swirly motions, then blending in. I always start at the outer corners because that's where the brush is going to deposit the most pigment. And then I do little swirly motions and blend in toward my nose. Now this next brush is from a brand that I'm sure not many of you have heard of. It's called Say Me Beauty. I first discovered these brushes a couple of years ago when I was watching a celebrity makeup artist do a tutorial. Her name was Makeup by Ari. I don't see her as much on social media as I used to, but anyway, she was using this brush or this brush brand in a tutorial, and I decided to give them a try. And if you've watched many of my tutorials, you've seen this brush, and I know a lot of you have purchased this brush and love it too. This is the number 2.5. It is the small precision crease brush, and I use this brush on the outer corners of my eyes to deposit the color and again blend in towards the crease. As you can see, I'm going from largest to smallest, but none of these brushes is huge. In one of my hooded eye videos, I specifically mentioned the fact that if you have small hooded eyes, you should be using smaller brushes. If you have small eyes, you're not going to get that precision that you're looking for if you're using huge brushes. You need to tailor the size of the brush that you're using to the size of your eye. And for me, this little brush works perfectly for my little eyes. And I also use this when my eye makeup is all done to just pat on to darken up the outer corners. Because after I put on my liner and mascara, and let's face it, we're talking about me here, false lashes, I often like to go back in and just darken up the outer corner even a little bit more. Now for my lids, my next favorite is from a brand I'm sure a lot of you do know about. It's Sigma. This is their Cream Color E58 or 56. I should have brought my glasses. I think it's E58. This is fantastic for laying down your lid color, be it a matte or a shimmer. I tend to reach for shimmers. And for this look, I've used this stunning color called Albert from the palette. I do spray my brush with a little Fix Plus and then go into the shadow and then pack the color onto my lid. And this is the perfect length and width for packing on lid color and making it stick. There's something about the density of this brush that really just works for lid color. A lot of people use traditional shader brushes like this one. But for me, even damp, it comes out too sheer and it takes me longer because it's not covering as much area as this one does. This one is just perfection in my opinion. But that does bring me to my next favorite brush, which is the Sigma Eye Shading E55. While I don't use it for my lid, I use it to apply my brow bone highlight. So next up is this brush from Isom. It's their W36 brush, and this is part of the Michelle Wong collaboration with Muse Beauty Pro. And I believe that the set that contains both this brush and my favorite eyeliner brush is going to be restocked very soon. So I will link to Muse Beauty Pro in the description so you can find out when the brush set is going to be restocked because it sold out really, really quickly. This brush right here is so unique that I couldn't find anything in my collection that's really similar. And I honestly use this a little bit differently than most, I think. Most people, I believe, use this the way I use my Say Me 2.5 in the outer corners, to kind of apply it here and then blend it in here. But it's too long for that purpose for me, for what I like and what I'm used to. If it was a little bit shorter, like the length of this one, the height, I mean, of this one, then I would probably be more inclined to use it like that. But it works perfectly for shading in this area right here. With those hooded eyes, you do want a little bit of definition through here for the illusion of an actual crease. So this brush just fits so perfectly right in here and just gives me a seamless blend. And then to line my lower lash lines and also my uppers on occasion, I have been using this Isom T05. It is a flat eyeliner brush. It's a little bit wider than some others, so you can get more of a sort of diffused under eye look, but sometimes it's not diffused enough and I want a more smoked out lower lash line. So I'll use this one from Refer. It's a tiny pencil brush, number 03. And I use this to smudge out the lower lash line. And then I also use it, I have a couple of these actually. It's good to have a couple of pencil brushes in your collection to use for different things, like smoking out the lower lash line. And then also, if this is a step you like to do, which I do, it's applying a little bit of brightening shadow to the tear duct area. So here's a closer look at the 8 brushes that I personally use on a daily basis. These are my go-to, can't live without, can't do my eye makeup without brushes. But I promised you some other options, so let's get to those. For the Samey Beauty brush, I have yet to find one that's exactly the same, which is why I'm always reaching for this one. But the closest one I could find is this Sigma E42 Precision Firm Blender. The reason why I prefer the Samey is because it's a little bit softer. Well, it was when I originally got it, and it's a little bit fluffier. The Sigma is a little bit thinner. It doesn't have quite as many hairs as the Samey. Now for a drugstore option, there's this one from Japonesque. It doesn't have a number on it. It came in a set I purchased before Christmas when I was doing my last minute Christmas gift video. And it has 2 brushes, similar to both the Samey and the Sigma. And I will show you those 3 together. And then in that set is also a crease brush that's very similar to the smaller BK Beauty brush that I used, the 202. And then similar to the BK Beauty 201 is the Sigma E40 Tapered Blending. And then for the Isom T05, the flat eyeliner brush, you could try the Sigma E15 Flat Definer. Now, unfortunately, I don't have another pencil brush to show you. The only other one I have that's similar is from Hoku Hodo, and I don't even see the number on it. I bought it at a makeup trade show, and I can't see a number on it. But there are many, many pencil brushes out on the market, and I would just suggest you look for one that is really, really soft, because you are working on that really delicate under eye area, and the last thing you want is something harsh or real firm going back and forth in your under eyes. So look for one that's really soft and small. And man, do I wish I could find a dupe or something similar even to this Isom W36, but the closest thing I could find, at least to do what I've shown in the video, which is get in this area right here, it's the Sigma E47 Shader Crease. As you can see, the shapes are not the same, but this one will also work well to get in this area right here. All right, there you have it. Those are my favorite brushes and how I use them. And also as a bonus, a little tutorial on how I achieved this look right here. I did add, of course, some false lashes, and I will link, oh, I also added some black eyeliner in my inner rims and upper rims. And then everything else I have on my face will be listed in the description box. So that'll do it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I might have said in the beginning, I'm not sure if I did, that this was highly requested. A lot of people asked me to do an updated version of this video, so I hope you liked it. If you did enjoy it, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you as part of the Risa Does Makeup family, so just hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter under the same username, Risa Does Makeup. Once more, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.